Hi, my name is Jim Wei, and I am the president for MUN, and I'm here to introduce you guys to the club. Okay, to begin with, MUN stands for Motto United Nations, and some of you guys might be familiar with the United Nations, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. We've been hearing so much from WHO, or World Health Organization. And if you didn't know, WHO is actually a branch of the United Nations. So essentially, United Nations is an intergovernmental organization tasked to promote international cooperation and to create and maintain international order. There are currently about 193 countries that are participating in the United Nations. The UN is important, but most importantly now, the question is, what is Motto United Nations, right? Well, I'm very glad that you guys asked that. What is Motto United Nations? Well, motto means mock. So essentially, MUN members research, debate, negotiate, and find resolutions to a variety of international topics, essentially stimulating the actual process of a UN conference. For example, an MUN topic can be women equal representation in the government, and members are represented in different countries. Different countries obviously have different perspectives on the topic. For example, if I was a delegation of Rwanda, which is a country in Africa, if you didn't know, I'm actually fully in support of this topic because, believe it or not, Rwanda actually has the highest percentage of women involved in the government at 61.3%. Whereas if I was a delegation of Saudi Arabia, I might not be so in support of this topic. Furthermore, there's such a variety and abundant amount of MUN topic that you can explore. There's just never enough, really, that you can think of. For example, there's not only just humanitarian topics such as like Syrian refugee crisis, protection of international journalists, or LGBTQ rights, or prison reforms. There's also STAM topics such as like biological and chemical weapons, econ topics like money laundering and usage of Bitcoin for transactions, tons of environmental and climate change topics if you guys are interested in that. Most importantly, if you're maybe a history geek, you just love learning about history, then you can go to crisis committees where one day you're representing a Native American chief in the 1600s. In North America, and then the next conference you can be a Irish farmer in the midst of Irish potato famine. So that just kind of shows the variety and diversity of MUN topics. Continue on, there's a couple of things I want to mention about MUN as well. So every year we go to different conferences. We go to high school conferences such as Cerritos MUN and Sanko MUN, but most importantly, college conferences such as UCLA MUN, Berkeley MUN, UCI MUN, Claremont McKenna MUN, and tons more. I personally love college conferences just because not only do you get to travel, you also get to hang out with a lot of people and you get to visit these campuses as well. Obviously, the situation for this year is a little bit different. A lot of conferences are online now, but I would still encourage you to go to these conferences just because there's always a student panel during these conferences where you can actually ask students at those colleges about the college that you're particularly interested in. Yeah, so that kind of sums up about everything I want to talk about. If you're interested, make sure to follow our social media. We only have Instagram, and our @ is @1.mun. And make sure, I have to say it 3 times, to join Remind if you're interested, because we update all of our members' information through Remind as well, and sending out Zoom links and everything on Remind. Google Classroom, you can stay in touch with us that way too. There's a lot of great resources on Google Classroom that you can check out. Most importantly, before I forget, our meetings is every Monday at 1 p.m., just a little bit after your second period check-in, and our Zoom link will be provided through Remind. Again, why it's important to join Remind. If you have any questions or hesitation about anything, please feel free to text me at 909-678-5732. I did leave that at the bottom of my presentation. I reply pretty fast. Yeah. Oh, last but not least, I would like to just mention that, if you're super excited to talk about these international topics, then come by, join us. And if you're a little iffy about it or you're not sure if you want to do these things, still come by and join us, because it's just a safe platform for us to, chat and talk to each other. Also, if you think Jim Wei is a really cool person, the fact that she just give you a really, really, really detailed and explicit presentation on MUN in the past 2 or 3 minutes, and you want to get to know me, make sure to join as well. Well, I'm kidding about that last part, but yeah, thank you. I hope to see some new faces. Bye.